Hello, hello, hello. This is Unprofessional Opinion. I am Rashard.
And I'm Melody.
And today's topic, we're going to be talking about, a few things. One of them, which stuck out in our head, was dating while you broke, because I did that a lot when I did that a lot. I dated, and I never tried to pretend, but we're going to dive into that.
So you tell us your answer to this question. Should broke people date?
Yeah, that's the question. Should
Yes.
broke people date? And then, we're going to reach out. We also want to acknowledge some legends out there, that we take advantage of.
We don't appreciate, not really take advantage
We
of,
take advantage of them.
but we don't really appreciate them. And then we get to add, when
When I was
people
14.
are no longer here.
Yeah. And then also we're going to touch on some stuff that we wanted to dive into, which is like a part of our series.
Black love. Yeah, black love stems from loving yourself first.
Yeah.
So.
And then we're going to branch off because it starts when you're a kid, because you start dating young. Like my mom taught me, and then I went on, so like a father might have taught his daughter, mom might have taught his son, this is how you treat a woman, this is how you treat a man. And they need the give and takes. But that's what we're going to dive into today. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being here. Again, our merch, unprofessional-opinion.com is there. YouTube channel. Thank you.
Everything you see us wearing,
it's on there.
on there.
It's on there. Including more. More is coming. We are not going to let up. Keep applying the pressure. But without further ado, we're going to talk about dating while you broke. Should date people broke. Should date people broke.
No.
So, but, dating while you're broke. You want to take that floor? No? Because last week we talked about, gaining weight during this whole quarantine thing. And
Yeah, so my answer is because we talk about like when we were back in the day when we were broke. I was 17, he was 19. Okay, who is 17 and 19 and not broke?
I knew a bunch of ballers at 19.
But unless you like come from a good family, or selling drugs, you don't have no money, and drug money, we know is not guaranteed money, because once you go to jail, then your girlfriend has to depend on her Section 8 and welfare and WIC. So to keep you afloat and put money on your books until you get out and be able to do the same cycle again. Yeah. So anyway, dating while you're in your teens, in your early 20s, you're broke. Yeah. That's
what it is.
Most likely, or if you're a trust fund kid, or you come from a good family, maybe you're not broke, but that's not your money, so yeah, you're broke. But I'm on the, mid 30s, and if I was out there dating, no. If you're broke, I feel like you don't need a date, you need a life coach. Because it's too many hustles out there for you to be broke, and still
what's considered broke though? What's considered broke?
And still trying to get a woman. I just feel like you got other priorities, son. Sis, you got other priorities. You really gonna spend your rent money on getting your weave done for this date? It's not that deep. Like let's put that on a back burner.
It's called an investment. Maybe she was the investment, or maybe he was investing and saying, you know what?
No, I feel like if it happens organically, like if you're, just trying to get your life together, and it happens, you meet somebody you weren't even trying, and then y'all, you were doing like, because a date doesn't have to be expensive, but it does take a lot of thought. And I feel like if you are, broke, you don't really have that time to be. You need to be redoing your resume and stuff. You don't need to be.
You gotta prepare yourself for the next level. I
feel like when you deprived from sex, you really hustle hard. But when you getting it all the time, that take away the hustle from you.
So you hit another. See, this is where these are the elements of this conversation, right? Because we were talking about was sex different? Not the age, but was sex different when you didn't have money? Because you putting in that, I heard somebody say, when they didn't have money, they was putting in their work, they was giving their best effort,
that's because they were ugly. So it's like
no,
or they weren't
no,
like, or they weren't
but you-
that dude. They
it
weren't
don't-
that dude.
no, but
so
it-
now you that dude, and you, because why wouldn't it, like, you getting what you put out of it? Why wouldn't you put your best effort in, regardless of whether you got money?
But
or
some
not?
people don't. Some people don't put
Well,
their.
I don't
But if
wanna
you
be
didn't
with- I
have
don't
money,
wanna
if
be
you
with
didn't
that
have,
person.
if you didn't have money, and was the sex different? Like, did I do a little something extra? I mean, I'm total opposite. You know, I'm like I said, I gotta be comfortable with the person that I'm with, because then you gonna get like everything. Mm-hmm. You know that. You know, you gonna get everything that I offer, right? The full menu from front to, you know, cover to the back page. And so when I do talk to you and I do explain to you, listen, what time you coming home, you know.
Yeah.
But for somebody that don't have it and they trying to, like, of course, you know, it's human nature. And it sucks because men, you know, we chasing, you know, you want sex, you want companionship in some form or fashion, you know, and sometimes quantity is better than quality. In some cases where guys just want to be like, you know what, if it's a hole and it's a woman, I'm all for it. Mm-hmm. You know, they do that. Mm-hmm. So when you're broke, you might go for something that you didn't typically would go for if you had an option. You know what I mean? So I think if somebody's dating while they're broke, I think 9 times out of 10 they're gonna go after what's, you know, low hanging fruit, like we said, low hanging fruit. You're gonna go after that.
That's why I feel like you shouldn't date when you're broke. If you're
But
trying,
why shouldn't you though?
If you're trying to settle down, then going after low hanging fruit is just going to make you another sad Facebook or Instagram post, and that's annoying. We don't want to hear that anymore.
You saying that they're adding
insult to injury. You're already, like, if you're not in a good space, then there's no, you know, someone else that is in a good space ain't gonna be like, you know what,
but
let me go.
Okay, so all right, so good space, right? Mm-hmm. What if you're in a good space but you're working through it? We've been through times where we were struggling financially, but sexually we was in a great space.
Yeah, we were together, and we were already together, and we built together. I'm not saying that. You
saying building with two people were just they're starting their beginning stages of building.
That's not dating. I'm saying when you actively are going out and seeking somebody, and you don't have a pot to piss in. Yeah. You don't have nothing.
What if that person got a pot though?
You sleeping on, then you're not broke. If you have assets, then you're not broke. I'm talking about somebody that don't have no assets. You're sleeping on a couch. You're couch surfing. No, you should not date.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
That's cool.
I'm not saying.
I'm not. Maybe I'm thinking of it different because, you know, I don't care. A guy ain't gonna keep, you know what I mean, beating himself every night. Mm-hmm. After a while, he gonna be like, you know what?
I didn't say you shouldn't have sex. I'm saying.
But what you think he gonna get if he don't have no?
You have people. Guys got people they can call.
What?
Guys have people they can call.
First of all, let's go to that. Let's go to that real quick. Let's go to that. You know, because we all know women control the. When it comes to sex, women control that. It's not like a guy can just be like, hey, look, I got a girl I can call. No. Women always have a guy they can call. On call, on speed dial. All women have that. Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't know.
Okay. Listen. Okay, let me ask you a question. Would it be hard for you to find a suitor? Not a date, not somebody that that stimulates your mind or teach you something. Not that. Just somebody to come in, a warm body, you know, 6-inch penis that can just service you. It's helpful.
6 inch.
I don't know. I don't care. I don't. I'm just talking about bare minimum.
I don't know.
I'm talking about bare minimum. I'm just saying.
I'm not. I don't know if I'm adding to my body count for 6 inches, but. But I guess it would.
You know why? First of all, women don't take out measure. They don't take out the tape.
They don't.
Women got a tape measure on their hand. That's what they do.
If women like you, they like you.
It don't. I think in most cases, if you're delivering that work.
It really doesn't matter.
I think it does matter. You just when you find that one, you don't talk about it no more.
But a lot of times I feel like that's like the insult. Like when you already like say, like when women say that about men, it's usually because they've already been with them and it didn't work out, and they're like, well, it's small or whatever. So it's like when you don't want to give a guy your number and they out and they be like, F you then, B, you ugly anyway. Like, okay, but you were just asking me for my number. Right. So it's just something you say
to
when
insult.
to insult somebody. It's your go-to.
You know what? One of the things that I always hated because I've never fit into any particular box, right? I never did. I was athletic, but quirky. I was shy, but an extrovert. I never fit into any box, like, oh, he's the guy, but he's kind of a player. He's, and a lot of people, I kind of like Insecure. I kind of related like to Lawrence a lot because they tried to put him in a box, but Lawrence is a good guy, but he at one point he was labeled as a fuckboy, but
he wasn't.
He wasn't. But the simple fact that he couldn't explain himself,
it wasn't.
It put him in a box. She put him in a box.
It
remember?
Wasn't that he could. It's like when things didn't work out as far as his job situation, he let everything go. He stopped trying with the relationship.
But he lost his confidence.
And then she made it worse.
But then he found a woman. Again, while he was broke, this is why we're talking about it, that was able to see past all that. She's like, yo, you're going to be all right. I'm going to motivate you.
I felt like if she wouldn't listen to her friends, I felt like she would.
I don't think it was her. It was he did one thing that pissed her off and she jumped off the roof. Instead of saying, you know what, I know he's working through something. But again, he gave her that work. He gave her that work, and then her mind was like, oh, I want everything. And she just poured it. She poured her heart out to him. She started, you need to come to my cookout and you need to do all this. And then he's like, I'm still trying to work through something. Like, you want me to jump into this next relationship and I'm not there.
Yeah.
So, but I relate to that because I'm not trying to hurt you, but I like having sex, and sometimes that can hurt one person because the breakdown in communication is not there. I might not have money, but you know what? My soul is worth way more than any dollar amount. My energy is worth way more than what I can actually give you monetary.
Right, but you still are. I think you're misinterpreting what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say like if you're under a certain tax bracket, then you shouldn't date. I'm not saying that because I'm probably in that tax bracket, actively working. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you don't have anything but a new pair of Timbs and some new Nikes or whatever that just came out from the Snipes app, I don't think that like if you don't have nothing other than that and you like behind on just a bunch of like fines and stuff, like why are you bothering to ask somebody out on a date? Like what are you for? What like what is the end result? Like if this goes somewhere, what like are you gonna ask her, can you come stay on her couch? Like,
but I mean at the end of the day, if you're dating somebody, you're dating to you're opening yourself up to allow this person to kind of blossom and hope that this person, when they do blossom, also pull you along with it, and you guys create a union, which has its tentacles all over the place, where you guys are able to create a comfortable space, live a comfortable living environment, financially stable, because in this world that we live in, you have to have those elements, right?
All right.
You know what I mean? So okay, so let's take it back. When we first started there, I didn't have any money. I probably was bringing home like $400. I would say $800 a month. And that was it. I mean, granted, I was 19 years old, but You didn't care about that.
No, I didn't. I didn't care about it because he had a place to stay, a nice place to stay. He had a car to drive, and I didn't care that it wasn't the top car. I didn't care that, it was his, his parents' place, but he was staying there on his own. I didn't care how much money he was making. I seen the drive. So that's what I'm saying. Like, can a broke? Maybe I should change the context because I think you keep thinking I'm saying like people that don't have like what Meg Thee Stallion, want.
No,
can buy.
no.
I'm not saying that.
No, I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying that either.
Should broken people date?
So you talking about physically? I mean, not physically, but mentally broken.
No, I'm saying mentally and physically. I feel like if you are struggling, like if you just got out of the halfway house. Just got out of the halfway house.
You're not ready to do.
But all of them dudes they come home to dating, and women are waiting for them.
Yeah, they come home.
And they're dating, and they are like valuable, but what do they call them? Bachelors.
Wow.
They are, and these are women that have something. They might not, they might have like be blue collar workers, but these are women that have been supporting themselves just fine without any help. And they've been able to maintain themselves. But this guy is just like basically like another child. They have children already, and this guy is just another child. But it doesn't matter because he's a man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and the vice versa. If a woman is coming out of a similar situation like that, and she'll have nothing to offer, but just she cute. Is a woman.
Well, it goes back to like. I mean, I'm not gonna bring that up because we did get deep in that. I just, for me, I do believe if you kind of have to have some type of foundation.
Yes, and that's that you had that.
I'll take it from experience of what I've seen and what I know. I remember a person growing up, and he was, very, I want to say vanilla with, the way he dressed, the way he moved about, the car he drove, how he spent his money. He a woman would come into a situation and kind of like finesse, like she would be able to unlock those elements within him. But he had a lot of different things going on with him, far as like the relationship he came out of, where he was getting ready to get married and propose and all these other things and have children. She broke his heart. And so I remember him stepping back. I remember, and I'm a little kid and I'm processing this because I remember him. He was such a nice guy all the time. And I remember him just living in like real humble, like his house had like a couch and a TV. Like that was it. But it was house. A very nice house. Like it wasn't super big, but it was a very nice house. He had a garage and driveway, like kept the lawn clean, like everything. This guy was a really well put together guy. And then he meets this woman. I remember I was probably like 15, and because we used to hang out at his house and stuff, and we eventually hang out at his house. I'm 15 now, I'm a teenager, and I would play Madden with him all the time and all these things. And his woman had a problem with me coming over, and he changed, And he was like, oh yeah, we can't hang out as much as we used to, this, that, and the third. And I realized like, he let somebody else come into his space. And they kind of changed who he was when I met him. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But he met somebody that was going to help him blossom to the next level. And he had to move forward. And I'm saying that he was able to do that because he had a foundation. Yeah,
he had someone that he met the right person.
He met the right person that can help him push forward to catapult himself to the next level. And now we follow each other, on different platforms. Thank you, and he supported us here. But I see what another person can do when they come in and do the right things for you.
When you're there,
when
too.
you're ready, and you have your foundation and they have their foundation, you match. You know, me and Mel didn't have nothing when we started, but we were able to build with each other. And you know, you have your person, and let me tell you, this is not a perfect union. That's why we're able to speak to it. This is nothing perfect about it. But you know what? It's fucking true, and it's very honest. And come and try it if you want to. It won't end up very bad for you because it's real.
And we are loyal as hell to one another. So it's like it's nothing that's
that you can. It's just you can try, but you have to have those elements. You gotta find that. You gotta find that balance, man. You gotta find that person that just make you click and make you think.
But doesn't take away from your values.
Exactly.
And
you're still who you are. You still
Yeah.
you are. And so you know we try to ask each other. We challenge each other all the time. You push for that. You push for it. But again, our foundation was each other.
Yeah. We literally had to build each other up because
Yes.
it was like no one else. We had like, you know, jewels every now and then being thrown at us, but we looked at each other like, yo, we are a team. Like if we want anything, we got to build it together because it's going to be hard for you to build it alone. It's going to
Yes.
be hard for me to build it alone.
So we got to do it
can
together.
do it together.
We got to do it together. And even in our dark time, we still was like, you know what? We gotta ride for each other. We gotta be there for each other, and that's the key component. You know, people go in with half-hearted notions of changing and being, and they I've heard arguments over and over. I did all these things that a wife would do, but you don't reciprocate, and I'm like,
did you though? Like, did you just like cook and clean, or did you actually put a battery in my back and tell me that you can do anything? He talking to you like that at work? You need to go in there and do what you gotta do and be looking for another job while you're doing what you gotta do, or be building your business because that's what you're capable of. That's what that's to me is a partner. Like it can't just I'm going in there, I'm doing like what I Love Lucy did for her husband.
For Ricky, yeah.
For
and
Ricky.
Ricky over here working 16 hours a day.
Yeah, and she just cooking dinner. And you thinking, that's what my wifely duties is. I just cook dinner and I have sex with him, and it's like, like
And,
that don't even sound
you know what, PSA,
entertaining.
It's just like you have PSAs. Let me tell you, women out there that are listening to this, sex is not a chore.
It's not.
If
It's not a gift either.
Yeah, it's not a gift. And if you, again, it is something that I am enjoying with the person that is enjoying it with me.
Yes.
If you're not enjoying it and you don't enjoy sex, you know what?
It sucks for you.
Oh my God.
It sucks for you.
Big time.
It's not a gift. Like, I give my man gifts. I don't give, like, you know what? It's your birthday.
Guess what we're doing? Wait, what?
It's cookie time.
Yeah.
Like, no. It's not a gift.
No. So, listen, let's get it together. People, we're going to do better. We're going to get it right. Listen, this is Unprofessional Opinion. Find our merch on unprofessional-opinion.com.
Yes.
Go check and like and subscribe at Shard Mills Unprofessional Opinion.
Click the notification bell so
yes.
you know
when we film, when we on. We're gonna do another live on YouTube pretty soon.
Yes.
We have something planned special coming up for Valentine's Day, things of that nature.
Yes. In March, you're gonna love March.
March is gonna be great.
We got a line of
March is gonna be
calendar
great.
for March.
March is gonna be one. This is Unprofessional Opinion. I am Rashard. And thank you, like and subscribe to everything.